Hi, I'm Carla Jerome, and today I'm going to show you how to mount the encoder on the Qnique sewing machine. And when you are standing at the front of the sewing machine, you're going to mount it, and this is the front of the sewing machine. You're going to mount it on the left rear wheel on the sewing machine. And so right now I'm going to take the wheel off of the bracket. You just do this by taking your 4mm Allen wrench that comes with your toolkit, and you loosen the screw on the sewing machine and just take it completely off. And you'll take the screw out. You won't be using it. You'll use the screw that comes with the encoder. And next, we're going to take the encoder, and it's the short wired encoder or the upper encoder, which should be clearly marked on it. And we're going to take the cable off. It's easier to install. And we're going to loosen this set screw. The reason we're loosening the set screw on the encoder is so that we won't break the spring on the encoder itself. And you'll use your 2mm Allen wrench, and you just want to loosen it enough, but not too much so you lose the set screw out of it. Okay? So that should be enough. And now I'm going to take my wheel. And there are two sides to this wheel. There's a side that pokes out, a washer that pokes out on one side. This is the side that you will put next to the bracket. And the flat side is what you'll put next to the encoder. You'll put your screw through it, and you'll take your Allen wrench again, and you'll just mount it to the bracket and screw it on. And screw it down nice and snug. Okay, now we're going to tighten up our set screw. And how we're going to do this is we're going to take our encoder wheel and we're going to make it horizontal with the with the sewing machine, and we're going to push this spring collar piece up so you feel the tension, and so it springs up. And then we're going to take our 2mm Allen wrench and we're going to tighten it back up into place. And as you tighten, you'll notice that you have some spring in there. And that's exactly what you want, so it'll spring down onto your top carriage. Then you'll put your encoder wire back on. Plug it in, and then you'll just plug it back in to one of the ports on the sewing machine. There we go. And that is how you put the encoder on the sewing machine. Welcome. Today we're going to show you how easy it is to attach your encoders for your sewing machine onto your bottom carriage. First of all, we're going to show you on the single track. You will be attaching it to the rear wheel on the right side, and you will need an open-headed wrench, a 10mm one, and then we're showing you on the dual wheel how to load it on. And you will be doing it on the rear as well, and you will take the wheel off. First of all, you need to take your lower encoder, it'll say lower encoder, and it have the long cord on it. And the first thing that you'll need to do is to loosen this set screw right here. But you don't want to loosen it all the way. And you'll take your little Allen wrench and just barely loosen it so that there's enough give in it. And then we're going to set that off to the side because we've done that. Next, I'm going to take my 4mm Allen wrench and take the wheel off. And so you just loosen the screw right here that holds the wheel on. and you'll take it completely out. And you'll notice that you have a washer that's built in on the wheel. Remember, that goes on the inside. You'll take this screw all the way out. You won't be using it any longer. And you will put this screw through the wheel. Notice that I have my washer going on the inside and I put it on the outside where it's flatter on this side. Okay, now that you've done that, what we're going to do is take your Allen wrench and we're going to remove the cord. It'll make it that much easier. So you're going to take your Allen wrench and you're going to use the screw that is with the encoder and you're going to screw it on. And you'll want to place your encoder so it's on the inside, going in the inside of the carriage, not the outside. And you just screw it on. So it sets all the way in and is tight. Now I'm going to tighten this little set screw right here with my little Allen wrench to make it so that the encoder has tension, so it's springing down towards your track. And so I'm going to take this piece of the encoder with my thumb and kind of push it up just a little, but I'm going to take the collar piece and push it straight up. And then I'm going to take my Allen wrench and tighten it into place. And then that'll make it so it has tension and you can feel it. And then you can plug it back in. And then take it up and plug it into your sewing machine. Okay, so now we have attached both encoders. You can test them. You can see that they're springing into place, both of them. And that's just what you want. And now we're going to plug them into the encoder ports. You'll notice that the green means it's an encoder. It doesn't matter whether you plug the upper encoder or the lower encoder to whichever green port. So we're going to do the upper and the upper one. That's just because I decided how it should be. And then we're going to do the lower and the lower one. And you're set.